Hey everyone, and welcome back to Newegg TV. My name is Paul, and today we have a very special guest here in our studio. This is Kendall from Blackmagic. How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for stopping by today. We're here to sort of introduce Blackmagic as a new vendor that Newegg is going to be carrying. So you'll be able to find Blackmagic hardware on the Newegg site, and we'll have some links down in the video description if you guys are interested. But it's very sad, but there's probably some people out there who have no idea what Blackmagic is.
Sure.
So let's start out with that, Kendall. What does Blackmagic do? What's kind of your mission statement when it comes to technology?
Well, we make a huge portfolio of products really for the creative individual, whether they're in broadcast, post-production, motion pictures. We get into government, education, and the list goes on of products there that people can get very affordable too.
So video production and all of the elements thereof, would you say?
Yeah, you could really build out an entire workflow with the number of products that we have.
Very nice. So let's start off. We're going to talk about a few of the Blackmagic products. We have a couple really nice ones right here. So let's start off with this one right here. This is the Blackmagic Pocket Camera. This is a new device?
That's right. It came out at NAB this year, the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera.
Pocket Cinema Camera.
So you can see it's really small. It's like your point and shoot type camera, but the nice thing about this one, it has a super 16 size sensor in it, and you're going to get 1080p resolution off this camera in a ProRes format.
Very nice, and thanks to that sensor, much better 1080p than say you might get with like a cell phone camera or something.
No
like
doubt, because it has 13 stops of dynamic range in
Very
there
nice.
too. Yeah.
All right, so there's a quick look again. We're not focusing too much on the details of many of these products, but that's
Sure.
a quick example. Over here we have a product that I've been drooling over for quite some time. This is a 2.5K. Cinema camera?
That's right, yeah. This is the Blackmagic Cinema camera, so you can shoot 2.5K on this, 13 stops of dynamic range, so it will shoot a RAW file on there, and of course you could take it into something like our DaVinci Resolve color correction software and really pull out all the highlights and shadows and get all the color out of there.
Very nice, and I love that you guys have the lens mount there, so you can have a huge variety of
That's right.
DSLR lenses as well as otherwise.
Exactly. This camera actually ships in two different mounts. So there's an EF mount, so all the Canon EF lenses work on here, and then you can also get it in a Micro Four Thirds mount. Of course, do Olympus and Panasonic.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And the recording media for this, it records straight to SSDs.
Straight to SSDs, exactly. Yeah, right off the shelf.
Yeah.
So you can get these right off the shelf and record onto SSDs, and yeah, it's a nice feature.
I love that feature, and it's just so much better than dealing with a bunch of little individual cards, and the speeds that you get is just insane. There's another product that is coming very soon that we have been really interested here.
Sure.
So you guys have a 4K version of this camera?
That's right. It looks just like the same form factor, but it will shoot 4K on it,
Nice.
as well as high def and 1080p in the ProRes. That has a Super 35 size sensor on it.
Okay. Excellent. So quick look at a couple of the cameras that Blackmagic offers right here, but it does not stop at that. I wanted to point out a specific Blackmagic product that we've been using here, the Intensity Pro, which is an add-on PCI Express card for a desktop computer. We actually are using 3 of them, plus one of Blackmagic's SDI capture cards in our live streaming system, which you guys probably can't see, but it's down there back behind Kendall. But it's been working great for us, and I know for a lot of our users at home, if you guys aren't into video production necessarily, but you're still interested in perhaps gaming, doing live streaming of gaming, or just capturing anything via HDMI in general, that's a fantastic card. A really good price point for that, and again, we'll be carrying that on newegg.com as well, so you guys can check that out.
Yep.
But I know it doesn't stop there. I was asking Kendall earlier about to try to like encapsulate the products that Blackmagic actually produces. And it's basically like if you look at a professional video production studio, you could essentially have all Blackmagic stuff in there.
You can, yeah. You could start really with our routers. You can go into the switchers. We make a number of switchers. Get into the monitors. We have a number of monitors out there now that actually have scopes built right into them if you need to look at scopes. Get into color correction with our DaVinci Resolve color correction. That actually ships with this camera for free also. And it goes on from there into hyperdecks, which actually you can play and record right onto the SSD. So once you take an SSD out of the camera, you can pop it right into a hyperdeck.
Okay.
And we have portable units and rack mountable units of those.
Very nice.
Yeah, so and then of course you get into the converters and the boxes and things that you were describing, the cards that go in the computer.
Excellent. So a lot of that hardware available. You guys have some software to back it up as well.
We do, yeah.
With the DaVinci software. So color correction. There's capture software that we've been using as well that we're using right now to monitor. We're planning on using it to directly capture the footage that we record so that we can bring it straight onto a computer and get to editing it really quickly. So huge variety of products that are available. And to that end, we actually have a special reporter who's live on location right now, me. So we're actually going to switch over to some footage that we have. It's going to be me at a Blackmagic event that was held recently. And so over to Paul for some more information on Blackmagic.
Hi guys, I've come over here to this small table here because this is demonstrating some of the products that you guys at home might actually be a bit more interested in, because as we've already mentioned, Blackmagic makes a huge variety of products from stuff that's used in professional studios all the way down to folks at home who might need different ways to get video onto or off of their computer. There's a few here that we're actually using. So first off, I wanted to point out the Intensity Pro, which is right here. These are all going to be PCI Express add-on cards. The Intensity Pro here is an HDMI capture card, so you can use that for NTSC and PAL video, SPDIF audio outs, and PCI Express plugins. So right there, small and simple, add that on. You can do HDMI in and out for your computer. You also got a bit more affordable Decklink mini monitor. This can do 3G SDI right there. It's also got the HDMI and another little card right there for outputs connecting to a television or a monitor, so this is for monitoring purposes. The Decklink mini recorder, so this is SDI as well as HDMI in for 10-bit video. Here's another one that we're actually using in our studio. This is Decklink SDI. So this has your SDI inputs and outputs right there, as well as a controller module, 8 channels of SDI embedded audio, and you can connect it to the RS422 deck for control. Moving on up the line here, we have more products that I'm not quite as familiar with, but as you can see, they get more and more fancy as they go along. They might have more inputs, they might comply to other standards, but there's a huge variety of these, including such as the Decklink Quad right over here. And then I did also want to point out this guy, because this is one of the first Blackmagic devices that we actually used. We needed an SDI input for our computer, so we just grabbed this, and this one actually uses USB 3.0. With a compliant USB 3.0 computer, where you're able to take our SDI from our main video camera, input it to our computer for direct capture, and it's also got an HDMI out, so you can use this in order to use, say, a large screen television like we use at work in order to monitor video at the same time. So this has been an indispensable tool for us at the Newegg TV studios. And now we moved over here to what kind of seems to be the main event at this particular gathering, because this is where all the people are crowded around. These are, of course, the Blackmagic cinema cameras. So I'm standing in front of the posters for them. We'll give you guys some closer shots of them as well. But first off, the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera. This is a new device from Blackmagic. $995. It's an ultra portable Super 16 digital camera with super wide 13-stop dynamic range, Super 16 size 1080 HD sensor, built-in SD card recorder, high-res LCD, ProRes and lossless Cinema DNG raw recording, active micro four thirds lens compatibility, and micro HDMI monitoring with overlays. So a ton of high-end camera features, especially if you're going to be doing video in a small and portable camera if you're going to be recording at 1080. Now, if you want to step up to the next gen, we got this one right here. This is a Blackmagic production camera 4K, and this one, well, it's a 4K camera. So for $4,000, you get 4K resolution, super large 35mm sensor, global shutter, ultra HD and 4K support, built-in SSD recorder, so you can just slot in an SSD and record directly to it. LCD metadata entry, compressed Cinema DNG RAW and ProRes recording Thunderbolts, and EF lens compatibility. So if you already have like a high-end DSLR and you get a bunch of EF lenses, they will fit right onto this thing. And includes DaVinci Resolve and Ultrascope, which is the Blackmagic software. So these are all coming soon. Also over on the other side, we have the Blackmagic Cinema camera, which was announced in 2012, which is also still available and also records directly to SSDs. Hey guys, we're continuing our coverage here. I just ran into Will from the AMD FirePro team. How's it going, Will?
It's going well.
Excellent. Are you enjoying your time here so far?
So far, so good.
We're talking a little bit about this SDI thing. Now, some of our viewers might not be familiar with this because this goes a little bit more towards the professional graphics, video content creation arena. But you guys have done some work recently, and you said September 1st. going to be coming out with a new driver for FirePro. What is this new driver going to enable, and what problems does this solve?
Sure. So this new driver is going to enable direct GMA.
Okay.
That's short for graphics memory access, direct graphics memory access, and that is going to allow for peer-to-peer transfers. So all of our W series cards will be able to connect directly through the PCI bus over to the SDI solution card.
Okay, nice. So whereas in the past for this type of solution, so if you guys are familiar with SDI, that's kind of the professional grade standard that is used to transmit video both ways. You can use it to send a video signal or use it to receive a video signal.
For broadcast and production.
Often used in broadcast. It uses BNC connectors, so they're very sturdy. We use SDI solutions in our studio from time to time, depending on what camera we're using, of course. Now, so the old way of doing this was you would need your graphics card, which you're using for rendering. You would need another graphics card that's an SDI enabled graphics card, and so it's kind of like you're buying double the graphics card. And then also, as you're taking your video source and you're bringing it in, the way the system works is it would take that data, it would need to send it through the CPU into your system memory, and then back down in order to communicate between the two cards, essentially.
Correct.
Okay.
And through direct GMA, that allows peer-to-peer transfers only through the PCI bus.
Okay.
So you're basically circumventing all CPU memory and CPU interchange and going directly over the PCI bus to the SDI card.
So this is a software feature that you guys have sort of managed to wrangle together.
Software and hardware enabled as well.
So it's kind of a combination of both. So what this is going to let people do, since we are at the Blackmagic event, let's take, for example, a Blackmagic SDI capture card, which, when you compare it to a full-fledged workstation GPU, is on the very affordable side. So you take that and you take a single FirePro card and you can do this transfer back and forth, and you don't necessarily need that SDI enabled graphics card. All right, so not only do you not need to buy that extra card, but you're also reducing your system overhead. We have a quick picture here we'll show you guys a closer look at. The cards are able to communicate directly with each other. That's that direct GMA feature that you're talking about. Over the PCI Express bus, you don't need to even involve the CPU or the system memory at all.
Traverses the CPU and system memory. Peer-to-peer transfers enabled through direct GMA through the PCI bus from the GPU over to the SDI card directly.
All right. Again, if you guys have never done this type of thing before, this might be kind of Greek to you, but I know there's some folks out there who have tried this solution before, and it's really an amazing solution. Reduces your system overhead, reduces your hardware requirements, and it also gives you the ability to take something, again, like a Blackmagic capture card, and operate this function through that. So it's going to be a great solution, especially for folks who may be kind of in the mid-range between, say, a home user, a consumer, and like a professional video content creator, to sort of step it up to that next level, get some more professional level hardware in there. And of course, you still get all of the graphics horsepower of your AMD FirePro graphics card, so you can do stuff like on the fly, like video overlays and transitions and all that sort of thing. So for live content or for streaming, anything like that, it's going to be a great solution. Hey guys, we moved over here to the PNY area. I'm talking with Tom. How's it going, Tom?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastically. Now, PNY, we love PNY at Newegg. We sell so many of you guys' products. Now,
appreciate it.
What a lot of our viewers are probably familiar with is going to be the graphics card side. So of course we got a GTX 780 right here.
That's right.
PNY, of course, provides graphics card support. They're partnered with NVIDIA, so whether you're talking Quadro cards, whether you're talking GeForce cards, workstation, or gaming PCs, PNY's got you covered, right?
That's right.
And
we got the full line.
You guys are giving away a 780 here?
We are. We're giving away the new and latest Accelerate GTX 780.
Nice.
Great card, 3 gigs of RAM, 2,000 CUDA cores, PCI Express 3.0. It's pretty much one of the greatest for the gamer. It's a beast of a card.
Beast. If you guys can get a 780, I definitely recommend one.
Absolutely.
Of course, the Quadro coverage as well. But I wanted to talk to you about another element we have over here. You guys have laptop locks.
We do. We have quite a few of accessories. One of them is our ThinkSafe lock. It's both PC and Mac compatible. So Ultrabook notebook, it's a great solution to pretty much secure your investment.
All right. So if you guys didn't know, PNY laptop locks, you got those. All right. Now here's the part I want to talk about. Now we've actually tried one of the PNY Accelerate SSDs at Newegg. Steve did a video on that one actually. And we did some testing, very fast SSDs. Yep. So we have some new ones here. We have the PNY Prevail and the Prevail Elites.
That's right.
So how are these cards, or how are these SSDs segmented?
So the Prevail is more of our 3K solution. It's got a longer life cycle.
Okay.
And then our Prevail Elite is our 10K solution, which is an even lot more enterprise solution.
Okay.
So the nice thing about our SSDs is we do have them qualified in the Blackmagic camera and also the Blackmagic HD recorders as well.
All right, so this is a HD recorder. You just pop in an SSD
right.
right there, so you run out of space.
Absolutely.
Just slot one in and out, makes it really easy. Then,
Yep.
of course, the cinema camera, which we're going to be showing you guys in just a moment, runs off. It actually saves straight to an SSD.
That's right.
So, I mean, you get a 480 gig SSD. How much 4K footage can you get on that? I have no idea.
I think
A lot.
It's a lot.
It's probably a lot.
Too much. Too much.
But so the speed of the PNY SSDs coupled with your Blackmagic cinema camera, and you can record HD footage
right.
pretty much for days.
Absolutely.
That might be hyperbole, but there it is. So and I think that just about covers it
Yeah.
here for the PNY stuff.
And we're back, and I'd like to thank Paul for that riveting coverage.
Yes.
This is slightly awkward, but that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video, though. Kendall, any final words for our fans out there?
It's just great to be part of the Newegg family, and I would say just go to the website, blackmagic.com, and check out
Very good advice. So I know we talked about a huge variety of products that Blackmagic sells. If you guys want any more details on it, it's all on the Blackmagic website, as well as links to downloads of some of the software as well, which I actually use the Blackmagic disk speed utility to test some of the SSDs that I have here. So excellent functionality there built in as well. Thanks to all you guys for watching this video. Again, links available down in the description if you'd like to check out some of the Blackmagic products that we have on Newegg.com. Also, remember the like button is right over there if you'd like to hit that. Please give us your feedback, because we'd love to hear more from you on what you think of these devices, as well as the Blackmagic hardware that we're now carrying on Newegg.com. Kendall, thank you again for stopping by today, and we'll see you guys next time on Newegg TV.